Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Riesa Pascal. Our next guest, Cristina is a hypnotherapist, a healer, and founder of Liberate, one of the largest spiritual centers in Los Angeles. She also just wrote a book titled Liberate Yourself: How to Accept Your Past, Let Go of Judgment, and Live the Life of Your Dreams. Cristina, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm super happy to be here today.
We're happy to have you. We're happy to talk about liberation. Tell us why you opened your spiritual center and why you named it Liberate.
Well, I opened it to have a space where people could really transform themselves. So it's a whole bunch of different healing modalities that are lumped in, and tools and products that help support that. But I named it Liberate because it's just that. It's to help people liberate, to be free, and we need some more freedom in our life.
I think we could all use a little more freedom. I love that. And in working with clients, are you seeing a pattern or similarity of what people are going through today?
Oh, absolutely. Like you can see a really like solid increase and incline in anxiety, and
Mm,
also this ability that I think maybe it came about with the social media craze, but people are overly concerned in a larger way with judgment and criticism of the outside world. And
interesting.
so it's almost like this inability to be grounded in their self and accept their self, which I think is more now than ever, which is why I wrote the book. Is like we need to break free of judgment and allow ourselves to be our true self. And part of that is trusting in ourselves and believing in ourselves. And then anxiety and all those other types of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem, those kind of go to the side, when you really start to accept.
Absolutely. And something that's really amazing about your center, you use music, art, and movement to help people achieve their goals. Can you briefly talk about that? Because some people might wonder how is that even possible?
Yeah, well, the center is really about spirituality and creativity. And I think that creativity is, it's that basis to be that self-expression, right? And so when you can access and sometimes take yourself out of your mind, because your mind, will create this pattern and go down this rabbit hole. But if you incorporate like movement, breath work, dance, or other types of physical type of things with it, you suddenly displace that mental psychobabble for a minute, and you
Hmm.
allow yourself to be anchored in the now. And in that place, you can start to have tremendous healing.
I love that. Anchored in the now. What a powerful statement. What are some things that we can do to help us accept our past and let go of judgment? I think that's something a lot of us do struggle with.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different ways. I mean, one of the biggest ways to accept your past is that you have to look at and find at least, if you can look at your life now and say you're happy for at least some component of it. I mean, think of like the movie Groundhog's Day or Butterfly Effect. If you change one little thing, everything changes in your life, right?
Hmm.
And so if you can be like, I'm happy for this, maybe I'm not okay with all of these other things that have occurred, but if you're happy with that, at some level, there has been a domino effect that led you there. So that's one of the ways. And also, it's like, a lot of people have this anger and animosity towards somebody else, and they feel like they can't forgive or let go. But really, what you're doing is you're drinking poison, expecting somebody else to die.
Wow.
Right. And if you're doing that, if forgiveness and letting go is for you, right? And we're not in that past anymore. Like every 7 years, every single cell of your body becomes anew. So why are we holding on to old stories that were created from experiences that we
Hmm.
had a very limited perspective on? And instead, how can that experience serve you? What can you learn from it? How can you shift that perspective so that you can start to release it? So I would say
Yes.
shifting your perspective, letting go and knowing that you're only causing yourself pain if you're holding on to other things, and also finding at least one thing that you're loving so you can spread that and allow that to be a ripple effect.
Christina, man, I felt like I was in church for a minute there.
Mhm.
You're going. I love that. You have amazing, powerful insight, wonderful things to share. Where can our viewers get more information?
Yeah, absolutely. You can look at liberateyourself.com, spelled just like that, and or christinadam.com.
Excellent. Christina, thank you so much for joining us. This has been so interesting, so thought provoking. We appreciate your time.